Hello everybody and welcome back to the second shelf and to the first tag video of 2023. And again, wasn't tagged in this tag, but I liked it. It's the New Year's book tag. I saw it on Steve Donahue's channel, who didn't tag me, but we will talk about that in a private conversation. And the tag was created by Heather from Bookables. I know the new year is already something like 3 weeks old, but I mean, there's still more than 11 months to go, so I can still make plans for the new year, even though it's not that new anymore. And this tag just appealed to me, and I don't have that much time to film today, so I thought a quick tag is what I will do. The first question is, how many books are you planning to read in 2023? If you watched my goals video this year or last year, you know that I don't have, I mean, I set a Goodreads goal, and it's always 177 because that's my birthday, 17th July. It's just an easy number, and the amount of books I read are around this number. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's 200 or 210, sometimes it's less, 150. I don't plan really on reading a certain amount. I have this Goodreads just to see the progress. And I don't like to set it at one, like some people do. And then after one book, you have achieved your goal. That seems odd to me. But the only month really that I have an actual amount as a goal, and you probably know that, is my 30-day, it's August, when I do the 30 books in 30 days challenge. And yes, I know August has 31 days, but I need one day to cheat if I can't make it. And other than that, I plan more in terms of reading time, that I really try to have reading time every day, because I get really upset and restless if I don't have time to read in a day. So I try to schedule my days in such a manner that at least I have 2 hours or something to read. And if it's more, that's fantastic. But at least some time to read each day. So, and other than that, I don't plan really a certain amount. Question number 2. Let me see. Name 5 books that you didn't get to last year, but want to make a priority in 2023. So I picked 5 that sort of fit into themes that I want to make a priority in 2023, because I have plenty of unread books. And so, yeah, it's not that I don't prioritize them. I just haven't read them yet, but those fit into certain themes, and the first 2 fit into the theme more or less that I talked about in my goals video, that I really want to make a conscious effort to choose more authors from the global south, translated. If they don't write in English, then translated into English, of course. I don't read Spanish or Chinese, or Chinese is not global south, but some other Asian language or African language. I only can read them if they are translated. Anyway, I'm digressing. And the global south is huge. There are 70 something countries. So for the beginning of the year, I want to focus on the Caribbean and Iran. And the first 2 books fit into the Caribbean theme. And the first one is this, Macy Card. These Ghosts Are Family, because it's set in Jamaica and the author has Jamaican roots. She is not from the global south. She lives in Brooklyn. So it doesn't fit 100%, but the book is set in Jamaica. And I think it was a pick, Karen from Run Right Reads picked this book for one of her, she has this book club where she reads Caribbean literature. And I think she picked this, but that's why I bought it. But then I didn't get around to it. And it's about a man, what's his name, Stanford Solomon, who has a 35-year-old secret, because he has faked his death and stole the identity of his friend, and that is what the ghosts in the family are about. It's also a debut novel, that I really like to discover new authors in terms of not only new to me, but also new authors who write for the first time. So it checks various boxes. The next is also Caribbean, and this is actually a Caribbean author from Trinidad, Lakshmi Persaud, Lakshmi Persaud, Butterfly in the Wind. This book was published some time ago, 1990. And I saw this on a booktube channel. I think Sajiid, when he still made videos, but I'm not sure. But anyway, this is a Trinidadian author, and the main character Kamla, and her coming of age is a fictionalized autobiographical book about the author. So that sounded interesting, and I didn't get to it, and it fits the Caribbean Global South theme of this year. The next one is also Global South, but neither Iran nor Caribbean, but I already scheduled a buddy read of this with starting, I think, tomorrow. Yeah. I'm always mixing up dates. Sorry, Joe, with Joe Smith. And that is In Case of Emergency by Masha Mohbali, translated from the Arabic by Mariam Rahmani. And this is a book set in Tehran. So it is actually fitting. It's not Caribbean. Yes, it's Iran. That's why I picked this one. And it's also an independent press because it's one of the two presses that I'm focusing on, and that this one is published by the Feminist Press, and it's about a young Shadi, a young woman who wakes up to apocalyptic earthquakes and dangerously low stash. And it's set in Tehran. So yes, I don't know. I'm so confused today. That's probably because I don't have that much time, and then my mind is kind of, in German we say überfordert. It's just too much to ask from this tiny brain. Anyway, so I'm reading this certainly in January already. So that is for sure. And another book that I picked because Stephanie from Time to Read raved about it, I think half a year ago, and I always put it on the stack for the next month and never gotten around to it, is this one, Carmen Bulosa, translated. The book is translated from the Spanish by, can you see that? Samantha Schnee, the book of Anna. And this one is about the book that Anna Karenina was writing in Tolstoy's novel, Anna Karenina. And it sounded really fascinating, and the way Stephanie talked about it made me absolutely excited about the book, and then it got just postponed, which is a shame. So I hope that this year will be the year of the book of Anna. And the last one of the 5 is a book that that was published last year, nonfiction. Joanna Scott's Hotbed, Bohemian Greenwich Village and the Secret Club That Sparked Modern Feminism. And I was, again, really excited for this book and started the first couple of pages, really liked it, and then put it down. You know how that goes. Because feminism is another theme that is not only carried over from last year into this year, but it's an ongoing theme, has been an ongoing theme for quite some years, that I like to read about history of feminism, that I like to read feminist literature, nonfiction and fiction. And this seemed so interesting, these women who called themselves the Heterodoxy Club, so a secret club that was all about feminism. So yes, hopefully, again, 2023 will be the year, and preferably in the first quarter will be the year that I finally get to hotbed. So those are the 5 that I, for some reasons, prioritize. Some of the books that I didn't get to. Number 3, what genre do you want to read more of? Again, my answer is a bit fluffy, if you will. I've been reading for such a long time that it's not, I know which genres appeal to me and which don't. So I don't read much romance. I read romance a lot when I was much younger, Regency romance, but for some reason, I don't feel it makes sense for me to force myself to read a genre that doesn't appeal to me for some reason. I mean, it's good to push boundaries, but reading is still fun. So there is no particular genre that I feel I need to explore. But there is this plan. I just uploaded a video I think it was last Wednesday, about 12 classics that I want to read. And that is because I always want to, broaden my literary horizon, but also my education in literature, canonical literature. And so I made my own list. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. It's 12, not that, well-known classics, because they are classics, but not your usual suspects, maybe. So I'm really excited about that. And that is a genre, or at least 12 books in that genre that I plan on read this year. At least one a month. That's why I picked 12. Let's see here. Next question. What's a book you've had forever that you still need to read? There are quite a couple of those. So again, I just picked one because I really wanted to read it, but I struggle with the font, so I might try to get a better font for me. It's a memoir, West with the Night, by Beryl Markham. And I read this in German, in the German translation, ages and ages ago, and really wanted to read it again in the English original, because I felt that she is a really interesting person. She was an aviator, and this is about her experience as an aviator in the beginning of the 20th century. I find her really fascinating, but I struggle with this. I think this is a Martino Publishing. I have no idea, but I don't like the format, and I don't like the paper color. You don't see it in the video, but it's really, really white, and the font doesn't appeal to me. So yeah, I don't know whether, if I can't find another copy, maybe I then try to get the ebook, because I don't think I will read this copy. This copy will just go on the bookshelf once I read it, because I don't like the feel of it either. Yeah. Anyway, but this is a book that I have been meaning to read in the English original for at least 10 years. I don't own this copy that long, but the plan of reading this is at least 10 years old. So I think it qualifies for this question. Question number 5. Name 3 non-book related goals for 2023. And number 6, I will do those together, is a one word describing 2023, because the non-bookish goals also have something to do with the word that I chose for 2023. And the word is declutter. And no, I'm not going Marie Kondo on you, but it's more the idea. You can also say tidy or clean up, or it's the idea that I want to focus on things that are really important to me. I had some health issues last year and still this year, and I'm in my 60s, so I know that time is getting shorter and shorter. Hopefully not that short, but still. And I felt last year in particular that I spent way too much time with things that I just really they didn't bring me any joy, to quote Mary Kondo. And I don't want to, I want to change that. It's also, I want to do stuff with nutrition, getting rid of things that are just not good for me and that I don't need. But also in my personal life, that I want to focus on, also bookish, by the way, focus on books that I really want to read, but that's never that difficult. But in my personal life, focus on, for instance, writing, that I finish the nonfiction book that I'm working on and have been working on for way too long, and then postpone because something else is coming up, or I just don't want to do that. I want to have, maybe a better word in declutter is focus. I really want to have a renewed focus in my life. So that's the word, and that's one of the non-bookish goals. I want to finish the book that I'm working on, and really also want to look for an agent because I'm writing in English, and I want to more, I don't want to be limited to the German market, for instance, or the Dutch market. So I've been writing in English for quite some time, but I don't have an agent yet. So those goals, non-book related, I mean, they are book related, but not reading related goals. And the focus on things that are good for me and that I like to do, whether it's with friends or whether it's what I do in my free time, like go to the theater, which I haven't done since COVID hit, and also see what really is important to me in my life, and focus on these things. That all sounds very, very woo-woo, as one of my friends would say, but it's a goal. And that was it already. Oh, okay. Because the last question is, or the last prompt is to tag people. And this has been going around, so I'm not going to tag anybody. But if you are a BookTube creator, a video creator, and you're watching this and you haven't done this tag, you are tagged, because I think it's fabulous to, have a little bit of focus for the new year and what you want to do. And it's interesting. I'm nosy, so I'm always interested what kind of things, goals or what have you, other people come up. Anyway, this was the New Year book tag. Thank you very much for not tagging me, but thank you for watching it. I hope you've enjoyed it. As always, I'm looking forward to your comments very much, and I'll see you all soon in the next one.